Everyone tells you to budget. Cut the lattes. Stop ordering food. Track every penny like your life depends on it. But here's what nobody's saying. Traditional budgeting is broken, and that's exactly why 80% of people quit within the first month. There's a better way, and it's been hiding in plain sight. Stop treating your money like it's something to ration and restrict. If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll be stuck in the same broke cycle 5 years from now, wondering why budgeting never worked. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact budgeting method that took me from paycheck-to-paycheck panic to actually having money left over at the end of every month. Not someday. Not eventually. Every single month. This isn't about cutting out everything you love or living on rice and beans. This is about treating yourself like what you actually are, a business. And profitable businesses? They survive. They thrive. They build wealth. You're watching M-Cubed Money Mindset Makeover. This isn't just a channel. It's a mindset revolution. Subscribe to elevate your money mindset. Elevate your life. Let's dive in. Here's the thing that changed everything for me. I stopped budgeting like a guilty kid with an allowance and started running myself like a profitable company. Think about it. Every successful business on the planet does one thing consistently. They earn more than they spend. That's it. That's the whole game. Apple doesn't feel bad about buying coffee. Amazon doesn't shame itself for spending money on operations. They focus on one number, net profit. And that's exactly what you need to focus on too. But here's the real twist. Before you can run yourself like a business, you need to do what every business does first. Know your numbers. Phase 1. Financial self-awareness, the foundation. Look, I get it. Opening your banking app feels like watching a horror movie sometimes. That balance? Terrifying. Those transactions? Haunting. But here's what most people don't realize. Financial awareness is literally one of the biggest factors in improving your money situation. A study from Rice University put it perfectly. A higher degree of self-awareness regarding one's finances translates into feedback on past successes and failures, reduces uncertainty about current strengths and weaknesses, and clarifies the path forward. Translation? You can't fix what you refuse to see. So here's my challenge to you. The same one I give all my friends. Track your income and expenses to the cent for at least 3 consecutive months. Not guesses. Not around this much. Real numbers. I know what you're thinking. 3 months? That's forever. But this is where the magic happens. People who check their accounts weekly or even daily have way better financial control than people who avoid their bank app like it's their ex's Instagram. Here's how I do it. Every month end, I sit down and record every transaction in what I call my financial master sheet. I look at my net worth growth, my investment progress, where my money actually went. And honestly, it's become one of my favorite days of the month. Weird flex, I know. But when you see that number going up month after month, when you watch debt shrinking and savings growing, it becomes addictive in the best way possible. Now hold on, because this part matters. I know some of you right now are feeling that knot in your stomach. That voice saying, but I'm scared to look. What if it's worse than I thought? Let me tell you something, you're not alone. So many of us are terrified to face our financial reality. We feel embarrassed about that $20 we dropped on coffee, that $100 designer t-shirt we couldn't really afford, that subscription we forgot to cancel 6 months ago. We carry this shame around like a backpack full of bricks. And the system? The system loves it when you feel that way. Because guilty people don't demand raises. Ashamed people don't invest. Scared people stay broke. You're not lazy. You're exhausted. And the system profits off your burnout. Sound familiar, M3 family? You're working 1, maybe 2 jobs. Your rent keeps climbing while your paycheck stays frozen. You've got student loans from a degree that promised you the world and delivered you to a cubicle. You're hustling on the side, gigging on weekends, and somehow there's still never enough at the end of the month. Meanwhile, every finance bro on the internet is screaming at you to just save more and cut the avocado toast, as if your coffee habit is why you can't afford a house in an economy where wages haven't kept up with inflation in decades. That's the lie they want you to believe. That you're broke because you're bad with money. But what if you're not bad with money? What if you just need a different system? Have you or someone you know ever struggled keeping a budget? Drop your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else avoid the same financial traps. Here's where broke ends and ownership begins. Instead of a traditional budget, the kind where you feel guilty every time you spend $1, I use something different. A personal profit and loss statement, just like a business. Let me break it down. Top line, revenue. In business, sales, income, money coming in. For you, your salary, wages, side hustle money, everything you earn. Middle line, cost of goods sold, COGS. In business, what it costs to make the product. For you, your fixed expenses, rent, insurance, utilities, car payment, minimum debt payments. The stuff you have to pay no matter what. Bottom line, operating expenses. In business, everything else needed to run. For you, your discretionary spending, dining out, entertainment, hobbies, that random stuff you buy at Target at 11 p.m. Final result, net profit. In business, what's left over? For you, your savings and investment capital, your ticket to wealth. See the difference? Traditional budgeting is like, you have $2,000, put $50 here, $100 there, $25 for this. Until you hit zero and every dollar has a job and you feel trapped. The P&L method is like, you made $2,000, you spent $1,650, you have $350 in profit. What are you going to do with it? One makes you feel broke even when you're managing your money. The other makes you feel like a CEO. Here's the thing about this method. It gives you flexibility. Life happens. Your friend's birthday comes up. Your car makes a weird sound. With traditional zero-based budgeting, those moments feel like failures. With the P&L method, you just adjust and stay focused on the one number that matters. Are you profitable? Because profitable businesses survive long-term. They grow. They build wealth. And so can you. But here's the real secret nobody tells you. You have to detach your identity from your spending. This is huge. Listen closely. Your bank statement is not a reflection of who you are as a person. It's just data. Just numbers on a screen. Look at your spending from a third-party perspective. Pretend you're an alien looking down at Earth, analyzing human behavior. No judgment, no shame, just curiosity. Interesting. This human spent $200 on food delivery last month. I wonder why. Maybe you were working 60-hour weeks and didn't have time to cook. Maybe you were depressed and food felt like the only comfort available. Maybe you just really love pad thai. Whatever the reason, it's just information. Information you can use to make different choices going forward. And if you're in debt, even if you owe $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, tracking it is the only way to see progress. Because let me tell you, watching that number drop from $20,000 to $19,500 to $19,000 over several months, that's one of the most powerful motivators you'll ever experience. Every business tracks debt. Every successful person faces their numbers. And now you're going to do the same. Okay, so you've tracked your numbers for 3 months. You've built your personal P&L statement. You've got some profit at the end of the month. Now what? Here's your playbook, the exact order you need to build wealth. Step 1. Minimum debt payments, non-negotiable. Never ever miss a payment. A single missed payment can drop your credit score by 180 points. Your credit score is your financial reputation. Protect it like your life depends on it, because financially it does. Step 2. Emergency fund, your safety net. Save at least 6 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account, earning 4.5% interest. This is your life happens fund. Your car breaks down? Emergency fund. You lose your job? Emergency fund. Your laptop dies? Emergency fund. This fund is what keeps you from going into debt when life throws curveballs. And trust me, life will throw curveballs. Step 3. Debt elimination or retirement. Choose your path. Now you've got options. You can either pay off all non-mortgage debt, credit cards, student loans, car loans, or contribute to retirement accounts, Roth IRA, 401k. If your debt has high interest rates, anything over 6 to 7%, kill that first. If your debt has low interest rates and your employer matches 401k contributions, grab that free money first. Step 4. Taxable investments, building wealth. Once your foundation is solid, debts managed, emergency fund built, retirement started, now you invest in assets you understand. Index funds. Real estate. Whatever makes sense for your goals. This is where compound interest becomes your best friend. This is where your money starts working while you sleep. As Warren Buffett said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Let me hit you with some rapid-fire tactics that'll boost your profit margin. Give every dollar a job. Even your leftover money needs a purpose. Don't let it just disappear. Assign it to your emergency fund, your investment account, or, even something fun. Just make it intentional. Separate wants versus needs. This is tough but crucial. Ask yourself, do I really need this or do I just want it? There's no shame in wants, but be honest about what they are. Needs keep you alive. Wants make life enjoyable. Both matter, but needs come first. Plan for irregular expenses. Car insurance every 6 months. Holiday gifts, annual subscriptions. These aren't surprises, they're scheduled. Set up a separate savings account and drop money in there every month so you're ready when these hit. Stop using credit cards for profit. If you've built a solid P&L, you shouldn't need credit cards to cover normal expenses. The goal is to get rid of debt as quickly as possible. As Mark Cuban said, pay off your debt first. Freedom from debt is worth more than any amount you can earn. Monitor your budget regularly. Your budget is a living document. Review it monthly at first, then quarterly once you've got the rhythm down. Life changes. Income fluctuates. Your budget needs to evolve with you. John C. Maxwell said it best. A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Look, here's the truth. If you start running yourself like a company, you will stop hiding and start progressing. Even if you only earn $30,000 or $40,000 a year, seeing that you're on the right track, that your profit is growing, that your debt is shrinking, that you're building something will give you immense confidence. You don't need to be rich to benefit from this method. You just need to be intentional. Track your numbers for 3 months. Build your personal P&L statement. Focus on creating profit every single month. Allocate that profit strategically. Debt payments, emergency fund, retirement, investments. This is how broke ends. This is how wealth begins. Not with shame, not with restriction, but with systems, with awareness, with treating yourself like the valuable asset you actually are. As Benjamin Franklin said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. You're not preparing to fail anymore. You're preparing to win. Subscribe now so you don't miss our next video. Ways to become a billionaire. Because we're just getting started, M3 family. See you there.